In this video, we'll show you how to make Collagraph prints with a pasta maker press. You can use recycled material to make Collagraph plates. Cut out a flat piece from a plastic container, but make sure the width of the plate will fit the pasta maker. Decorative stickers can be used to quickly compose a design for Collagraph plates. Stickers that have embossed marks will make an impression in your print, and otherwise they will mostly be printed as flat, solid shapes. Contact paper cutouts can be used if specific shapes and sizes are needed, and we recommend using lighter colors of contact paper so you can see it more easily while inking the plate. Of course, the color of the paper or the stickers doesn't affect the printed image. You can put stickers and contact paper on top of each other to make multiple layers of relief surface. You can experiment with layering a variety of textures on your Collagraph matrix to get interesting textures in the printed image. Cut as many sheets of paper as needed for the prints. Submerge a sheet of paper in the water and move it to the newsprint sheet. Put a dry sheet of paper on top. Keep alternating wet and dry sheets for all the cut paper. This way the paper will be appropriately dampened, not too dry, not too wet. Put the paper stack in a plastic bag, seal the bag, and put a heavy book on top. Let it rest at least 10 minutes. Leave the paper in the bag so it doesn't dry out too much. Fold a sheet of craft felt in half and cut the width to make it slightly smaller than the width of your pasta maker. Ours is 5.5 inches, so we'll cut the felt 5 inches wide. Duct tape both sheets of felt together, leaving space at the edge to fold about 1/2 inch of tape back onto itself. This thin edge of flat tape is going to make it much easier to feed it through the press when we print. Cut another sheet of craft felt. If needed, this one can be placed inside the envelope with the matrix to increase the pressure when printing. Roll a strip of Scotch tape to fix the plate in place on the printing surface. Thinner tape is highly recommended to keep the surface as flat as possible so we can get consistent inking across the matrix. Distribute the ink evenly across the brayer. Transfer the ink from the brayer to the matrix. Recharge the brayer with more ink and apply the ink in multiple thin layers. Open the felt envelope, take a dampened sheet of paper from your plastic bag, and lay it down on the felt. Place the inked side of the plate facing down onto the paper. Put a sheet of newsprint on top. You can also put some newsprint underneath the dampened paper to keep the felt clean. Grab everything tightly and carefully place them in the pasta maker press. Run the press and guide the felt envelope as it comes out the bottom. Reveal the print. Depending on the amount of ink in the press setting, the resulting prints may differ, so adjust your technique if needed and try another print. Try printing other Collagraph plates using this relief inking process. This one is made with glitter paper and Elmer's PVA glue to make the stroke marks. You can also ink the plates using an intaglio inking process. Similarly, we'll start with a rolled up piece of Scotch tape to fix the plate onto the printing surface. But now we're going to use a stiff brush to apply ink to the matrix. Adjust the ink viscosity with vegetable or baby oil if the ink is too thick. Leaving too much ink on the plate is going to make a mess, so spread the ink around for thin and even coverage of the matrix surface. Wrap a small block with 4 to 5 sheets of phone book paper or newsprint and wipe the plate. Because of the texture of the matrix, the paper may get ripped, which is okay, just replace it with a clean sheet of paper to wipe off more ink. Clean the ink from the edges of the plate with a paper towel. Use your fingers to wipe up any small bits of remaining ink that were not wiped cleanly. You can also use a cotton swab for designs with finer details. Use soap and water or spray some multi-purpose cleaner to clean the ink from your hands. Place a sheet of newsprint on the felt, put the dampened paper and plate next. As always, the inked side of the plate should face the printing paper. Cover it with a sheet of newsprint. Run it all through the pasta maker press, guiding the felt envelope as it comes out the bottom. Try printing other Collagraph plates using an intaglio inking process, or experiment with a combination of relief and intaglio inking styles. You can use any multi-purpose cleaner to wipe the ink from the plate. And if you use an oil-based ink, vegetable or baby oil can be used for cleaning up. Mix water and dish soap in a cup, then stir in the brush to clean off the ink. Rinse with clean water and dry the brush with a paper towel.